Hey everybody, Monkey Wrench Mike. I'm back with another video on, yep, you guessed it, this is the Wonder Wagon. I have not been driving this vehicle. I hate to say that because we have a lot of squeaking going on. Remember in the last video, I kind of greased everything up and it was quiet for a while, and then it started squeaking again. Then I found some parts actually in the Rat Wagon, another 1995 Mercedes E320 wagon that I purchased for $400 in Missouri. So what I want to do in this video, we're going to replace some of the steering linkages, which is completely different than any other car that you have seen for a while. They did it completely differently back in the day. We're going to take a look at why this thing is sticking out so much. And we are hopefully going to fix my transmission shift problem. So let's get to work. That is a backbone to something that got dragged in here and eaten. Please be dead. Please be dead. Please. Oh, I smashed his brain. Yeah, we got rain. Hunt for the second vehicle has taken us to... What are you gonna say?
It's just too much for me to screw out.
What do you think about this car, Mike?
Mikey likes.
You like it?
Mikey likes.
I'm in the car.
So if you are new to the channel, very quickly, let me show you a quick little tour of this E320. The interior looks pretty doggone good. Now, once again, I won the auction in Arkansas for $125. I need to put the speaker plates back on. I need to get speakers for it as well. There are some issues. I don't know if she took a gunshot wound to the shoulder here, but overall, I am really happy with the car. I hate these. I really hate these stupid cup holders. Every Mercedes from the 90s, the 124 series has these. The other wagon does as well, and when they break, you get those things right there on your door panel. Those little screw holes right there, okay? Well, we won the auction for $125. By the time you add the fees and all of that, I'm in it for $458. Total price. Yeah, not bad at all. Remember, we found the rat under the hood. The rat had come from the Rat Wagon, moved in here, took up residence, and then we got him, or her, I don't know which. So I cannot wait to drive this regularly, but before I can do that, we have to fix the parts that we talked about. Yeah, the squeak, the horrible thing hanging off the back, and hopefully the transmission flare. In fact, let me show you how bad the flare actually is. All right, well, in typical fashion, my day started with a battery jump. Yep, absolutely. Every time I get in these cars, I gotta jump the battery. I need like 6 battery tenders. Okay, but what I want you to listen to and experience is this right here. Okay, so it's fine. That was 1 to 2. Two to 3. Did you hear that? And I don't like the way that the accelerator pedal actually feels. I have to give it a good little punch before the car will do anything. So I think the cable, accelerator cable, may be loose. And then there's what's called the Bowden cable, B-O-W-D-E-N cable. Hear that? Yeah. I hope this isn't the transmission. But there are 2 things that control the shifting on a Mercedes. You have the, like I said, the Bowden cable, which runs from the accelerator linkage back to the transmission, and then you have what's called a modulator valve. And remember, we've turned the modulator valve almost a whole turn. Still slipping. Slip, slip. Yeah, we've turned it almost a whole turn clockwise to kind of tighten up the shifts. So I'm hoping I can tighten up this Bowden cable, I don't know, and change the shift point and maybe get a little bit more life out of this transmission. I don't want to put in a new one. I know I may have to, but if I can, I don't know, if I can fix it myself instead of installing a transmission, heck yeah. So we're going to give that a try. We're going to get back to the front garage because I have vehicles all behind the house, including a new one that you haven't seen yet. And we're going to address 1, the steering and the squeaking, 2, listen, not going to shift as we go up this hill. Okay, 2, the shifting flare, and then 3, how that muffler hangs off the back of the car. I really hate the way that that thing looks. It's horribly ugly. It really is. So we'll get here. We'll do some rearranging of the cars. We'll get this one into the garage. We'll get Millie out of the garage. And then we're going to get to work. So yay. It's going to be a good day. Hopefully it's a fun day. All right, let me shine the light on how this works. This, on a normal car, would be like a tie rod end that goes into your steering rack. And that's just a huge pipe that moves, you know, in and out, and it makes the wheels turn. No. In a Mercedes of this era, you have what's called the tie rod linkage, which is actually this piece right here. And I want to say thank you to the guy that I bought the rat wagon from, because this is actually perfect for what I need. This was in a box, as was this right here. So this is your tie rod assembly. You adjust it right here, okay? And that's how you get your wheels aligned. This is the steering link. Let me see if I can get this open real quick. And this is what attaches. Ha-ha! Come on, Mike, do better with your camera work. Here you go. This attaches to your steering gear, which is way back under there. See how that kind of attaches? And that's what makes the car turn. So this attaches, and then this attaches kind of like this, okay? Because you have an arm right there, okay? Does that all make sense? Yeah, so what I want to do is I want to replace this, because I think unless this is all beat up, I think this is my problem right here. If this is bad, I'll replace this as well. But basically, like you do with all tie rods, you unscrew this, okay, then you get your tie rod removal tool like this, pop it through, pop, it comes out, okay? Hopefully you don't damage the boot and all of that, and then you're good to go. So let's see if I can get the old one out, and then we're going to measure from here to here to make sure that it is the exact same length, and then I hopefully won't have to get my wheels aligned again, okay? But let's see if we can get this out without too much damage and too much cussing, because this is a goner. Can you see this right here? This is horrible. This camera work is horrible too. Why is this so fuzzy? Somebody forgot to press the record button. I'm getting more and more brilliant as I age. Okay, so here, sorry you missed all that, but there was a little bit of cussing involved. This is the new, that is the old. All I want to do is make sure they are the exact same measurements, okay? And then we're going to put it back in. This part, it goes, look at this one though. Look how beat up that is. Okay, that's the outer tie rod. This is the inner tie rod. Inner was okay. Outer was a hunk of junk. So it goes like, oh, here we go. We just twist this. There you go. That's how it goes. We'll make sure it is the exact same distance, and we will install this. All right, and it's going to fix a lot of things. I really think it is, because this, look at that. And I even put lube and stuff in here just to kind of quiet it down, but that's terrible. I'm lucky to be alive. This one, it has a little bit of life left in it. See how that's more difficult to turn? Yeah, this one is even more difficult to turn. So we'll get those installed, and then we'll talk. We have reached success. All right, so how you tighten these things up. Fortunately, they give you a little spot right here, and a little 5mm Allen just kind of fits right in there. So you hold that down and you tighten it with your 17, okay? Because if you don't have this, the bolt is just going to spin inside this tie rod right here. So we have grease in there. You can feel it. We have it protected. It is all tightened down. All I have to do now is tighten this guy right here, those two guys right there, and we have completed job one. As I said, job one is completed, and of course people are going to say when you replace one tie rod, you replace the one on the other side. Well, the other side looks okay right now. Eventually I will, but I don't want this to just escalate and snowball into a whole front steering, everything gets replaced, and it's, you know, $600. So we've replaced the one that was bad. The other one's okay. Everything else is okay. So we're going to move our attention to the middle of the car, to the modulator valve, and just kind of see where that is, because I've turned it as much as I wanted to, but I think I'm going to go one more, or should we check the Bowden cable up front? Let's check the cable first. Let's just do that first. Let's just see what kind of play we have in the cable up front. What we are looking for is right here. This is the cable right here that comes from your foot. It goes down here, and see how it turns red, and there's that little squigman thing right there. See how I have it illuminated? That's what goes back into the transmission. So I just want to kind of see what it's like. Let's just see if I can get my light to cooperate. I can't. Okay, doggone it. Hold on. Here we go. Here we go. Hopefully we can see now. Okay, let's just kind of see how much play we have. I'm sorry about this, but oh gosh. See that? That's way too much play. That's way too much. That's why when I step on the gas, nothing happens for a while. So let me see if I can very carefully back this off. I don't want to break this. 3 of the little prongs are broken. So I guess we'll put some lube down in here maybe and just kind of see. And then if we reach back here for the red one, that seems super loose too. We have carefully backed this off a little bit right here, and the one that's on top of the red, see the red? Yeah, we backed that off a little bit. So the cables are taut. This bottom part doesn't wiggle around when there's no pressure on the cable. I mean, it's still a little bit loose, which is, I think, just perfect. And this one is still loose. So when you press on the gas, you should have a better feel for what's going on, okay? Let's not adjust the modulator valve just yet. We're going to give this and see what it does first. Now let's go back and see what we can do with the muffler, because it's ugly. It's like you're a baby carrying a dirty diaper. It just hangs out. Yeah, can you see? See how horrible that looks? So I know I didn't spend a lot to get the muffler attached. I really didn't. And I didn't even pay the extra $300 for the, oh, this is really stretched out. See, if it goes up like that, I'd be happy. Up here would be nice, but that's a lot of tension on the, okay, can you even see what's going on? I don't think you can see. Here we go. Okay. Come on in here. Come on in, let me show you. Okay, can you see the hanger, how loose it is? And this isn't even a Mercedes hanger. This is a auto parts hanger. But if I push it up here, see how much better that is? I just need to get some metal or something just to hide that a little more, because that's way better. Way, way, way better. Okay, let me see what I can find. And I don't know why I got a dimple in my butt right there. I don't like it though. I want this to be up here. So let's see if we can make that happen. So I know the camera work is terrible. I have the jack, the muffler supported with the jack right here. This is what I found. All right, I actually had this in one of my drawers in my vast kingdom of crappy automotive parts. I found this. I also was thinking about maybe this as a temporary solution, just to kind of tighten it up. I don't know the holding power of this. Probably not enough. But let's try this first, this exhaust insulator, and just see what's going to happen. I don't know if it's even going to fit. It seems to be really thick, and it's not very pliable. So that's exactly what I need. We'll clear out these little parts, and then let's just kind of see what happens. I don't even know if this is going to work. But this right here is not working. Okay, now how does this even gonna, I don't think this is even gonna work unless I go this way. And then it's not gonna work. This is for a different kind of exhaust. Of course, Mercedes had to be different. They really had to be different with this. So that means we're gonna give this a try. And I don't know if this is gonna work. I don't think it is. We'll put the other one back on just as a, oh, let's go up a little more, as a backup. But let's just kind of see. See, that's where I want it. right there. It's nicely hidden, and everything else. I need a little metal exhaust ring. That's what I need. Well, let's judge our work. It looks better. It's still a little lopsided, and I don't know how long it's going to last, but I will go to some of the websites and get proper hangers. Thank you to all of these little hose clamps for your service. Some of you worked, some of you didn't. Some get thrown away. Some get saved for another day. All right? Woo! All right, now let's take her for a spin. These are bikes that I have to put together, and I do love putting together bikes. I'll take her for a spin and see if we notice any difference in the transmission and the steering, okay? Let's make sure everything's gone from here. There we go. I probably shouldn't have done that because now I have to jump the battery. Oh, great. Hopefully the microphone battery doesn't die. Every other battery has. Typical. The car looks a lot better, I think, with the exhaust not hanging out of its rear end. Let's just see how the transmission works and the steering. Okay, well, the acceleration I can feel already. That was just immediate. There was no longer, this guy's teaching his son how to ride a bike. That's my neighbor. He's super nice. Let's just go this way and see how the transmission is doing. Yeah, when I step on the accelerator now, it's immediate. Oh, that was a good shift. Steering still seems to be a little bit loose, so I probably will end up replacing the tie rod on the other end. The tie rod assembly. Watch out, squirrel. Here we go. Give me a shift. We didn't get a shift. I may have done that a little too tight. Boy, you tighten up the accelerator cable, she feels a lot more peppy. Let's just turn in through here. All right, here we go. This is level ground. Oh, that was a good one. That was not. Okay, so now that we've tightened the cable, I think I want to come out a little bit on the modulator. Maybe just a touch on the cable too, because it seemed like 2 to 3 should have shifted a little sooner. This is like a whole new car with the accelerator pedal that actually accelerates. I don't like the exhaust. I still feel like I have a hole in the exhaust somewhere. That's a great shift. That's a beautiful shift right there. Yeah. I think I'm going to come just a touch on the cable and just see what that does. But it's so much better. It is so much better. Okay, so this is a fun car to drive right now. Well, we have adjusted everything, and I am super happy. There is life left in this old girl. The Wonder Wagon continues to impress me and hopefully impress you. Remember, this is the car that got, I think it was this one, 120,000, 130,000 views. One of my most popular videos ever. So we will continue bringing her back to perfection. We got to get some radio speakers, some radio covers. I got to fix a tear in the seat, and I got to do something with the paint on that one door. I pointed that out, the bullet hole, her wound. So we will get to cracking on those projects as well. But first, thanks for subscribing, everybody. If you haven't yet, please subscribe. That is the focus of all of these videos right now. I have to get to 100,000 subscribers by the end of 2024 so I can support myself. And my drinking habit. No, I drink Coca-Cola. Sometimes Diet Coke, sometimes Pepsi, and maybe even a little Diet Dr. Pepper if I'm feeling really wild. Anyhow, thank you guys so much for watching the videos. I have so much fun putting these together. We'll have another one coming up very, very soon. So Rat Wagon, say goodbye, and we'll see you again on another video, okay? Bye-bye.